Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Kate and Angel. So, I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I think I may have recorded it a couple of times before, but I lost the footage, or it wasn't good, or like I didn't finish the video or whatever. I have seen a lot of other like young alternative trans guys on Instagram recently, and it just really got me like inspired to make the video again. And I remember being like fucking 13, and I would like look up like how to be a trans emo boy. I've read that like 4 times because I remember just being like, all I want is to be like an emo boy, but I don't want people to think I'm an emo girl, you know, because makeup and long hair and, you know, that kind of shit. A really difficult time for a long time trying to do this balance of passing and my style. And so I decided to take all of the tips and stuff that I've learned over the years and give it to you guys. The first one, the main one, is do whatever the fuck you want, okay? At the end of the day, you are one day going to get to your transition goal. You are going to get there. You will get to the point in your transition that you want to. You will get the top surgery, you will get the hormones, you will get the bottom surgery. If you want all that stuff, you're gonna get it one day. Even though it feels like you're not going to. I remember for a long time being like, it's never gonna happen, it's so long. It's gonna happen. And the number one rule is do whatever the fuck you want, because confidence is masculine. Confidence is a good thing for everyone, but it's considerably a masculine trait. And confidence, you know, in what you're doing definitely will give you more of an edge, you know? If you're confident in what you do, or at least fake your confidence, I fake a lot of my confidence. If you fake your way through it, you'll end up getting some confidence. Just do what you want to do at the end of the day. If you want to wear skirts and you want to wear makeup and you want to wear whatever else, you know, then do it. And if people, you know, misgender you, you know, correct them. I know it's hard, you know, and there's always this really kind of weird balance of finding like I don't want people to misgender me, but I want to wear this, and so you have this place to be like, will I dress more masculine even though I want to wear this feminine item in order to be gendered correctly, or will I wear whatever the hell I want and just deal with how people perceive me? It's a really hard thing to do. Always do what makes you feel more comfortable, and I recommend have outfits, you know, like some days you're probably going to feel more dysphoric than others, obviously. I feel that way too. Have some, like, good, like, backup, like, options, you know, for when you're having those big dysphoria days, you know, and you don't want to have to deal with, like, correcting people, because I totally feel that, because sometimes you're just like, you know what? I don't want to have to deal with people misgendering me. I want to try and look as masculine as possible today. So I recommend you get like, get a good hoodie, or my recommendation, my biggest recommendation, is you get a vest. So I got this vest. Well, I got a vest originally when I was like 13, I think. No, I was 14. I was 13 or 14 or whatever. I got a vest from Hot Topic. I painted on the back of it, and it was the coolest thing ever. And the reason I recommend this so much is, first of all, you can put lots of pins on it, and you can jazz it up in all sorts of ways. You can put patches on it, safety pins, spikes. My first one had spikes on it, and I have all these safety pins. I got some hand sanitizer. Another thing is, if you can't afford a binder, or you don't have a binder for whatever reason, it does wonders for when you're not wearing a binder. It will make your chest like appear more flat. Totally works. I do it all the time, but it really works for when you don't want to bind or you can't bind or whatever. Get a vest. Totally invest in a vest. Invest in a vest. Vest. I got mine from Hot Topic. You can get like a jean vest from like the thrift store and cut the sleeves off. So then the next thing I want to go to is binding. So I remember when I was younger, I was like when I was 13, I didn't have a binder, and, you know, like I couldn't buy one. I didn't have my own money. I was like 13 years old, and my mom wouldn't buy one for me, obviously. Eventually she did, yay. But there's a trick that you can do. So you get a pair of control top pantyhose, and I'm not going to do it because I'm going to rip these up at some point, but get control top pantyhose in like whatever size you are, because what you're going to do is you're going to cut a little hole in the crotch right here. Don't cut a big one, cut a little one. You can always make it bigger if you need to. Always make it small first. And then you're going to cut off the legs. And you will be able to stretch it over your head, and then you're going to put your head through the crotch hole, and you put your arms through the leg holes. And it works really well. You can double up on it too. Be careful, obviously. It'll push down and it'll flatten things out. It won't make you like completely flat, unfortunately. You can do 2 of those at a time. That's what I would do. But that is an alternative you can do if you want to. Also, if you don't want to like take the sleeves off completely, you can always like rip them up and you can have it be like a top at the same time as like a binder. I do that. I've got like these pairs. They're not control top, but they do flatten my chest a little bit. I'm grateful and I'm lucky that I have kind of a flat chest already. I get the tights and I cut the crotch out. I put them on like that. It does flatten things out and it does help. So, and then you got cool sleeves, you know? You can do that with fishnets too. It really does work. I forgot to say this during the recording, but whenever you're binding, always listen to your body. If you can't breathe and you're in pain, take the binder off, do some stretches, and take some deep breaths. I recommend carrying around a dysphoria hoodie for those emergencies. Don't sleep in your binder and don't wear it for more than 8 hours maximum. Ideally, you shouldn't wear it for more than 5 or 6 hours. Be safe when binding. Baggy shirts are really good. Baggy clothes in general, like shirts and stuff, are always good if you can invest in them. I would recommend. But sometimes I know that you find, like, I remember I found this fucking shirt. This is my favorite shirt. It's a size small, and I can't wear it without a binder, which sucks. But if you do your pantyhose top trick, it will flatten your chest out, and you will look a lot more masculine. So you can do the pantyhose with the shirt, and then vest or a hoodie over it. I like the vest because you can wear those in the summer. And then also you can wear like hoodies under the vest and all that shit. Definitely recommend the vest. Vests are a great idea all the time. Plus you can put like shit on the back. You can paint whatever you want on it. You can patch it all up. You can put pins on it. If you do a combination of your pantyhose kinda binda is what I came up with it. Your pantyhose kinda binda and your vest, you can wear basically any shirt you want. Kinda. You know, it's not gonna make you look super flat, unfortunately, but it does work, you know? And if all else fails, and if you want to, just wear more layers. Layers will make things look flatter in general. Okay, another tip that I have is for makeup. So what I've noticed and what I recommend, if you want to wear makeup, first of all, obviously, do whatever the hell you want. But from my experience, your makeup will look more masculine, and you will look more masculine if your makeup looks messy and you have like sad eyes, is kind of how I see it. My makeups, I kind of have a little bit of makeup on, but not a lot. I slept in it. Don't do that. You shouldn't do that, but I do it. But like, try and make it kind of messy, and if you go down a little bit, it will, I don't know what it does. Try and make your eyes look smaller kind of thing. It does help with the masculine appearance, in my experience at least. But the biggest thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to thicken up your eyebrows. So, I am a ginger. Naturally, you can see my roots coming in. They're always coming in. Fucking hate it. And it makes it look like I'm balding, which is super fun. So my eyebrows are really light, you know? There's a little bit of makeup on them right now, but they're really light and you can't see them. So I can just, you know, what I usually do is I just take some black eyeshadow. I'll show you in a second. That messy kind of slept in, like, heroin chic, you know? Like that kind of, like, fucked up, like, messy eye makeup. You guys know Nichols from Orange is the New Black, like that kind of shit. It will look more masculine than if you do like clean lines and stuff. But if you want to do clean lines, if you want to do winged eyeliner, go ahead and do it. You know, do whatever you want. Obviously, these are just some tips that I found. So for the eyebrows, when you do your eyebrows, make sure to just fuck them up, you know? Get them nice and dark and big and, oh. See? I can't do my eyebrows nicely. I hate doing my eyebrows in front of people because I feel like everyone's looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Because he's using eyeshadow, black eyeshadow, on his eyebrow, you know? I'm like, well, I don't really give that much of a fuck. The main thing is, for me, is I want to look like a man, and I want to look like my eyebrows match my hair color, and I want to look like I have eyebrows in the first place. Because, trust me, I don't look like I have eyebrows when they naturally are, like, no makeup on them. I don't look like I have fucking eyebrows. But you see kind of how it frames your face and makes you more masculine. Bushy eyebrows, like a big brow, will make you look more masculine. If you want to go the extra mile, you can also contour your jawline. I tried that a couple times. I fucking hated doing it because I'm lazy. But if you like doing makeup, you can always try contouring your jawline to make it look, like, bigger. Or your cheekbones to make them look, like, more angular. Especially if you do, like, if you're, like, gothic, it totally works to do, like, if you do, like, the white and then the black kind of thing. Really look cool. So, another thing is, in my experience, another thing that I've noticed is if you like to wear collars or, like, chokers or whatever, from what I've noticed is if you wear them tight, they look more feminine, I feel. I don't know if it's just me. It might just be me, but I've noticed that if you wear them tight, they tend to look more feminine, but if you wear them kind of loose, they look more masculine. I don't know if that's just me, but that's why I always wear my collars and chokers kind of loose, because they look more masculine. I don't know if that's just me, though. For underwear, for a while, I wasn't allowed to buy men's underwear, and I didn't have men's underwear, so for a while, what I actually did was I had, like, leggings, and I cut them into, like, boxers, kinda, and I would wear those as underwear instead, or, like, shorts, you know, like those bed shorts you'd wear, or whatever. If you can't buy boxers, something like that, get leggings, cut them into, like, boxer short-ish kind of things. Really helps, really makes you feel better. This one is obviously only if you have, like, the money and, like, resources, but if you can, get platforms. Platforms will make you taller, and that really does help with the masculine appeal. The flat platforms will look more masculine. I remember that's one of the reasons I started wearing platforms, is because they'd make me taller and they made me look more masculine, you know? If you can't afford them, obviously you can't afford them, you can't afford them. But if you can, there's a good investment if you can get a good pair of platforms, because they will help with that whole, like, ooh, big towering man kind of thing. Don't ever feel confined to men's clothing, because at the end of the day, I can show you right fucking now. God damn it. One of these is a men's shoe, and one of these is a women's shoe. Can you tell which one's which? This is the men's shoe, this is the women's shoe. Fucking who cares? They're shoes. They look cool. They just look cool. They both look like androgynous as shit to me, you know? Like, oh, this is the men's shoe and this is the women's shoe. No, they're both shoes. Wear whatever you want. Even if it's women's clothing. It's not a thing. It's your clothing. That's what it is. You're wearing it, it's your clothing. Oh, also, if and when you can get a binder, get them from GC2B. They are superior binder company. Do not get one from Amazon. Do not get one from eBay. Don't get any of those cheap ones. They're going to fuck up your chest, and they're going to hurt, and they're not going to work well. Invest in a binder. Invest in a good binder. GC2B, they sell them for like $40, I think. It is a great investment. I've had this for, I don't know how many fucking years I've had this. I've had this since I was like 15. Totally recommend you get one. Like, when you can, obviously. When you can get one, get it from GC2B. GC2B, sponsor me. If they sponsored me and they gave me free binders, I'd give them away for free. I don't know. And then also, sometimes people will do binder giveaways. I really wish I could do one. I don't have enough money to do anything for myself, but, like, if I had the money, I would totally do one. So, spiky things, lots of spikes tend to look more masculine. Don't really know why, but big spiky things, like if you get like a big spiky dog collar, I have one, that'll look masculine. you know, put lots of spikes on things, spikes on your vest, spikes on whatever else you wear, spikes, patches. Those kinds of things give more of a masculine androgyny feel. And I also recommend, if you're having one of those days where you're like, I want to wear whatever the fuck I want, but it's kind of feminine and I don't want people to misgender me, do like a mix and match. Like, sometimes, what I really like to do is I wear like a baggy shirt and my vest, and like I try and do like a masculine thing, but then I'll wear like my thigh highs and like shorts and fucking like garters or whatever, you know, and do like, try and do like a half-half thing, you know? You can always go both ways, you know? So, to sum up what I've said before, number one, wear whatever you want, do whatever you want, you know? At the end of the day, you are going to grow up and you are going to go on with your life and you're going to transition and you are going to meet way cooler people than whoever the hell you're interacting with right now, because chances are you're in middle school or high school and you're surrounded by all sorts of shitty people with shitty opinions, and they piss you off and they make fun of you. Fuck them. You're not going to see them after 4 years, you know? After you graduate, you're probably never going to see these people again, you know? In comparison to the rest of your life, it's a small amount of time, so try your best to just grit and bear through it and just fucking do whatever you want. Because at the end, because I remember when I graduated high school, I was like, you know what? I'm so glad that I went to school and I did whatever the fuck I wanted. I wore whatever the hell I wanted to school. You know, if I wanted to wear thigh highs and fucking short shorts, which I'm wearing right now, I'm wearing thigh highs and short shorts with fucking garter, yeah, it's a garter, fucking with fucking ball gag shoes. If you want to do that, do it, you know, at the end, because then when you graduate high school, you're gonna be like, yeah, I was a ballsy teenager, I went to school and I did whatever I wanted, and that's confidence and that's masculine. I hope you found this video helpful in some way, hopefully, because I remember being a young trans alternative boy and I was so lost. And I was afraid to wear makeup for a long time, because I was like, everyone's gonna think I look like a girl if I wear makeup. And then one day, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care, and I started wearing makeup again. And I was very happy when I started doing that again. It took me a while, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's your body, your face, your everything. And if your parents are assholes, remember, people don't stay the same forever. From my experience, my mom, when I first came out, my parents didn't accept me. My mom was really unaccepting at first, but over the years, my mom changed. Both my parents changed, but I lived with my mom mostly in the beginning. I used to get into fights with her all the time. She'd get mad at my friends who gendered me correctly. You know, we had all sorts of problems when I first came out. And now, 5 years later, she gives me my T-shots, and I have an appointment for top surgery coming up. So keep your hope up, even though it seems like it's going to take a long time. As the years go by, the years will feel shorter. I remember being in high school, and I live in the liberal area, and there are other trans guys at my school, and they were starting testosterone. I was seeing guys who were younger than me start testosterone and get top surgery while I was still, like, fighting with my mom about, like, going to, like, the doctor to talk about trans things in the first place, you know? And it was, you know, and I was still struggling to get my mom to use my pronouns back then, that kind of thing. And I was seeing them cross for her. It was like, wow, you know, and I know how that feels, but it'll happen. It's gonna happen one day, you know, you gotta remember that, even if it doesn't feel like it. That's the hardest thing. That is the biggest piece of advice that I can give, is that even though it doesn't feel like it's gonna be okay one day, it's gonna be okay one day. It's a really hard thing to accept. But even though it doesn't feel like things are ever going to be okay, and they may not be okay tomorrow, doesn't mean they're never going to be okay again, because they will be okay one day. Anyway, I feel like that's all I can give advice-wise. Now to spend 3 years editing this video. Have a good one, though. And to all of my TransMascs out there, good luck. You will get where you want to in your transition one day, I promise. And if it sucks right now, it will not suck forever, I promise. I was there. It did suck. You will conquer it. You got this, bro.